Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer's Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing a double 8.5 by 11 layout using the Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit that I put together at the beginning of the month. And once again, it's another baby layout, and this is my nephew, Gabriel Michael. And it's going to be a double page, but the second page I'm actually going to do off camera, and then I will come back on and show you how I completed it. It's not going to have any photos on it, and it's fairly simple. So I just did it off camera just to save a little bit of filming time, and the rest of the layout is going to be done on camera. So here I'm still trying to use up these alphas. I have enough to spell out his first name and his middle name, and also his last name once I add it on the layout after the fact. I'm going to use the gold word that says hello. So it's going to say hello, Gabriel Michael, which is his name. And then I'm going to use a lot of these scraps up and complete the main page and then the second page, which is going to have 5 photos on it when it's complete. The first page is only going to have one single photo, which is the photo I showed of him in his mom's arms. So I have the star paper here. This is from P13. This here is also from P13. I actually don't use this one on the layout. I don't use this one either. I pulled them out because they did match and I thought I was going to use them, but I actually changed my mind and decided not to use them. But I do use a couple other scraps instead. Um, sorry, lost my train of thought there. The stripe paper is from Paper House, along with the cut apart sheet and the other like flowers that I use. This heart paper is from a paper pad from Joann's, and I wanted to go ahead and get that on the layout. It matches, it's the same darker blue, so I need a little bit more of that darker blue, so I used that on the side. And then I cut the stripe paper into a circle. It's a fairly large circle and it's going to span across pretty much the top part of the layout. And then I'm going to place his photo down in the circle after I mat it on. I pulled a green and an orange out of my stash of cardstock papers that matched. And I'm just matting the photo on those. And then I cut some more circles. I cut one of the little cut aparts that says, You are so loved, I believe is what that one says. And then the little flowers I cut from the other paper that I cut the same title baby from. So it's actually going to say hello, baby Gabriel, is what it's going to say. Um, yeah, so and then I cut a circle from the orange paper, which is actually the back side of the cut apart. And then I fussy cut some more flowers for the bottom from another scrap piece that had flowers on it, and they were the same flowers as the top, but they were a smaller scale. And I also cut them out a little bit different so that they look different. So it's not the same exact flowers on the layout, just in 2 different places. So that was kind of how I played that up. Um, Here I'm playing with placement right now. And I also wanted to use these really thin wood veneer pieces. Those are also from P13. I'm going to slide the circle over slightly in the photo more over to the left, and I like it a lot better. And baby is actually going to go on the photo, but I haven't decided that yet. I keep playing with these little banners. I don't know what it is with banners, but they just throw me off. I really like them, and I usually like the look of them, but it takes me a while to get their placement. But here I am. I decided I like them right there on the photo. The hello is going to go just on my sister's arm, so it's not really covering anything up in the photo. And then I put that little pinwheel that was made from the wood veneer also up at the top, just because I wanted to get it on the layout. They were the only pieces I had left, so I decided to use the 2 little bunnies, one on top of the other. It kind of looks like a big bunny and a little bunny, so kind of gives the idea of a mom holding a baby. And then this string is just embroidery floss. And I did wet it just a little bit, just with water, and rubbed it in my hand, and then straightened it out. And that's the way that I get embroidery floss to lay flat, if that's what I'm trying to accomplish. And that was exactly what I wanted it to do, was lay across the letters so it looks like I stitched on the letters. I did tie knots at the beginning and the ending of it so that it can also just lay across perfectly. And then I believe I'm adding a few little pop dots to the flowers, not to the circles, but to the green leaves and the blue flower. And then the circle also has little pop dots behind it just because it's layered over the other ones. So here I'm just adding um, the little pop dots that I was saying behind the flower and the other circle, I believe. Oh, nope, just the flower. So I'm going to place it over there on top of that pinwheel. Now it's in place, and I just use a little bit of liquid glue to put it down, because once it touches those little pop dots, I can't pull it up. So here I'm adding play foam to the word baby, and that's a little banner that's going to hang at the bottom. And then, like I said, I will add love right on top of the photo. And again, just placing the banners in place, trying to get them to lay back down where I had them. Always a struggle. I don't know what it is, but I did leave that part in. I should have cut that out, I guess, or sped it up. I don't know. I play with it an awful lot. So here I'm trying to get the string in place. I'm just going to add a little bit of Scotch tacky glue down right across the top, and then push the thread into the glue. And since it dries clear, you won't be able to see it. You'll just see the string. So I'm going to add those little like wood veneer leaves right here at the top of the corners of the word baby. And then I'm going to add his name, like I said, Gabriel Michael. And I will leave a space on the left-hand side right below the B and the Y. And I'm going to add his birth information there. But for right now, I'm just leaving it blank, again, for privacy purposes. And honestly, I don't have the information. So obviously I have his date of birth, but not the other information. I need to get it from my sister. But anyways, I'm adding the name down, and I did go back and add liquid glue, make sure that, it's going to stay in place long term. These are foam, and foam usually stays, but these ones are not sticky at all. After I put on the wax paper, they do not stick down. So I just added them. And then I believe I will hold it up here in a minute because I believe I'm done with it. I'm adding the little bunnies. Forgot how to glue those down. And actually, I'll start adding in the little flowers too, but I believe I need to fussy cut them. So it might pause for a minute while I do that. I'm adding the little foam pieces to the back of the baby bunny because it's going to hang over the edge, so it needs a little bit of foam on it so that it doesn't crack. And actually added it to the wrong part. I needed to add it to the ears, and I added it to the legs. Because when you flip it over, it kind of looks the same. So I fixed that. Now I'm looking for something else to add on the layout. This is when I tried the little flowers from the foam sticker sheet over here. They're not going to work, so I put them back, and that's the piece that I decided to go ahead and cut. And what I did was I cut the inside part of the blue flower since it's brown, and then I'm going to place it down at the bottom. And then I believe I cut the inside orange, like polka dot circle one inside of the yellow one, and then I cut the big green leaf, which is the same as what's at the top. And then I will get another flower from a different piece of paper. And I'm not sure if I show that one or not. It's just another, like, I think it was just a scrap actually that I had left. I did show it in the beginning, but it was probably on the other side of one of the papers. But I needed something to fill that space between the bunnies and the word baby. I could have left it, I guess. It looks okay like right now, but it just needed that little fill in. So that's what I did is I cut those out and added them in. And I'm all done with this one. I'm going to show the other one here in just a minute. I bring in these little hearts from this sticker sheet. That's from an older baby girl collection. I don't remember the name of that collection. I believe it was by, um, I don't know. I'm going to say Bo Bunny, but I'm not sure. But all I have left are all the words. I don't think I have any of the papers left. But I just added some of the gold hearts because they match the same gold letters for his name in the hello. So that's what I did there. And then here's the other page. And again, I'm not adding the photos just for privacy purposes. So I'm going to have 4 photos, one at the top, 2 at the bottom, and then there's going to be one on a little pull-out tag. And journaling or words could be added by the giraffe, but I don't add anything by the giraffe at first. And at this point, I thought I had completed the layout. As you can see in the close-ups, I do add a 1/2 inch border on the right hand side that is blue, and it matches the same background paper as the left hand side. I cut this paper down to 8 inches instead of 8.5. So I had to add that on to make it fit in the album. And so it was an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper instead of 8 by 11. I hope you guys enjoyed today's layout and saw how you can create another layout. Um, I did create the first layout first and then decided I was going to add like the other 5 photos. So, and just use up the scraps. So that's what I did to complete that layout. But I will see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Bye.